among current quarterbacks.
That's still too high. Jenny mentioned that his 25 touchdowns more than he threw all last year, but she forgot that part. Them 9 interceptions is also more than he threw all of last year. So we got to make sure we get all the stuff in there, Skip Bayless. Now, this is where Tom Brady ranks this year. 25th in completion percentage, 25th in yards per attempt. He ranks 5th in INTs. He's 15th in QBR. It used to be, when I turned into the dictionary, more with less, there was a picture of Tom Brady. Now nobody does less with more. Skip Bayless told me last year, and everybody else hopped on this train also. Tom Brady doesn't have any talent, a broken down Julian Edelman. He has a quarterback that's now a wide receiver in Jacoby Myers, N'Keal Harry. Look at the tight ends, Ben Watson. Now what's the excuse, Skip Bayless? He has 2 Pro Bowl receivers. He has Antonio Brown, who has more consecutive 100-catch seasons than any man in the history of the NFL. That's what he has. He also had Cameron Brate, a young and up-and-coming promising tight end. And he had the GOAT tight end, a guy that's on the all-century team. Why these numbers looking like this? There's no excuse for this. So they got him at 12th. Now, I'm going to disagree. I don't believe Lamar Jackson should be in front of Tom Brady. But I also don't believe Tom Brady should be in front of Jared Goff or Phillip Rivers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Jared Goff just beat him, and his team is 7-3 and second in the NFC. Phillip Rivers is 7th in completion percentage, 13th in yards per attempt. He's first in his division with 7-3. So those guys should be in front of Tom Brady. Now, I've been trying to tell you this all year long, and somebody keep coming up with all these stats about, oh, he's right there with Mahomes. I got absolutely no problem with the top 5. I mean, obviously, Mahomes, Rodgers, Wilson, Deshaun, and Josh Allen. But Kyler, Tannehill, Derek Carr, Justin Herbert. Has Brady consistently played better than any of those guys? No. But here's something that Skip Bayless, he loves to bring up. Big-time throws. Pro Football Focus say Tom Brady has more big-time throws. But Pro Football Reference, who's another reputable, says nobody has more bad throws. Tom Brady has 83 bad throws. Did you know that's 9 more than what the guy that you call, oh, bounce it to him, oh, throw it to him, Wentz,
give it to him.
Oh, give it to him, Wentz. W-I-S. I wince every time he throws the ball.
Yep,
Your guy has more bad throws than him. And do I need the game against, who did play, Jenny? New Orleans, that was it. Called a timeout. The kick a field goal. That should be beneath Tom Brady. That should be beneath them, Skip. And I want you to see this thing. This old blooper reel. Yeah, we got a blooper reel. The guy that you said are playing great should be the MVP. Hey, Jim, drop that track for me right quick. I need the people at home because they don't get the opportunity to see this old blooper reel. We got that.
Obviously, we
what is this, Skip?
Yeah.
What is that? What is it? Skip, what is this? Skip?
He's trying to remind everybody that LeBron has won 4 championships and lost 6.
Okay, what about you're not allowed to throw past the ball forward. It gets deflected, and you can't have 2 forward passes.
Oh, did he complete it?
What was this?
Yeah, completed it. He had barely 2 fingers on the football, and he completed it to Mike Evans. That's unbelievable, though. That was GOAT.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
It is illegal to attempt 2 forward pass. You can do a lateral and a forward pass, but you can't do 2 forward pass. So I have absolutely no problem. Actually, I do have a problem because Tom Brady should be lower. Tom Brady should be 13th, 14th at the best. But to make a long story short, to put a nice little bow on this, he's slightly above average right now.
Yet, Shannon Sharp continues to tell me that, well, yeah, Tampa's going to make the playoffs. How can they make the playoffs with an average or below average quarterback?
Either Andy Dalton has a chance to make the playoffs, so does Walker to Wentz, so does Alex Smith, so does Daniel Jones. Is that saying anything?
Okay, but let's exclude the NFC least. Okay. Then who else?
But here's the thing. Who are those guys that he's ranked behind that you would say Tom Brady is playing better than Lamar Jackson? Of the list, Mahomes, Rodgers, Wilson, Deshaun, Josh Allen, Kyler, Tannehill, Derek Carr, Justin Herbert, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Which one of those guys has he consistently outplayed this season?
Okay, it's my turn. Thank you very much. When it comes to Tom Brady, about everything that comes out of your mouth is nothing but tomfoolery. It is straight Brady hate. I have never experienced anything quite like this phenomenon of Brady hate. I don't know what it is. He's the GOAT, runaway GOAT.
This year?
In his life, obviously. He's already proven that.
No.
At 43, he's having an extraordinary year because you sweep under your little rug over there all kinds of greatness that we've seen from Tom Brady already this year. So let's look at the good, okay? You try to single out the bad, and obviously he's had back-to-back really tough games against the team that's allowed the least yards in all of pro football, the Rams, and the team that's allowed the third fewest yards, the New Orleans Saints.
You just said he's the GOAT, though.
All right, look at these goatish performances. So let's look at 6 of his 7 wins, shall we? Let's look at Denver, where your man Tua just lost his job. At Denver, he just got annihilated by the Broncos, right?
He beat Drew Lock.
Huh?
He beat Drew Lock.
Okay, well, okay, but he goes in there. He had to beat a Denver defense that can be pretty tough, right? Isn't the head coach a defensive, like, mastermind? Yes, he is. Okay, so Brady goes in there and throws for 297 with 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. And then the Chargers are ahead 24-7 in the second quarter. And in the second half, Brady goes 15 of 17 for 263, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. And for the game, he had 5 touchdowns to 1 interception. Okay, but did he not come back all the way from 24-7 down? And then the Aaron Rodgers game, do I even have to bring this up? It was just a masterpiece from Brady with 2 more touchdowns, no interceptions, and a QBR of 97 in that game. And then at Las Vegas, it was a virtuoso by Brady, 369, 4 touchdowns and no interceptions, and a QBR of 89. And then here we go at Giants. Again, it was a close game, and you thought they should have lost the game. But he was 2 more touchdowns and no interceptions and a QBR of 86. And then at Carolina in their bounce-back game after New Orleans, 341, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, QBR of 92. I just gave you 6 games of the 7 that they've won in which in 5 of those games, his average QBR is 90. But guess what he has in those 6 games? 19 touchdowns to 1 interception. Is that good? That's 6 wins, 19 touchdowns, 1 interception. Is that below average to you? It's goatish.
But see what you did. I love the way you did that, though. You took what he did in the second half against the Chargers. Did they not play the first half? You took what he did in the second half against the Giants. Did they not play the first half?
I didn't take the second half.
But here's the thing. You keep saying I'm just trying to figure out. If you're 25th in completion percentage, 25th in yards per attempt, 5th most interceptions in the league, and 15th in QBR, how do you get top 5? How do you get top 10 with that?
Well, let's go back to my favorite website, Pro Football Focus. Just 1 week ago, after the game at Carolina, the bounce-back game, Pro Football Focus ranked his overall performance, the grade it gave Tom Brady for his total year, the body of work.
Right.
Number 2 in the NFL, and ranked your man Patrick Mahomes number 4. That was just 1 week ago.
Let that sink in.
So, yeah, please let it sink in because I want people to remember that just a week ago, he was graded number 2. Let's not be prisoner of the moment of what happened against the Rams, who have one of the best, if not the best, pass rushes in pro football, right?
So let us think in for just a second, people at home. At the time of this ranking, Patrick Mahomes was 25 touchdowns to 1 interception and had lost 1 game. And the Pro Football Focus said Tom Brady was playing better.
Yeah. Now, because why? I got it right here. Patrick Mahomes, a little blurb on him. Why is he ranked 4th? It has been an inconsistent season for Patrick Mahomes. It took him against a COVID-racked Raiders defense the other night on Sunday Night Football. It took him to the buzzer to overcome them. They were down 3 starters. They had 10 players miss all of practice with COVID issues. What are you talking about? You were trying to drive a bandwagon that has a wheel that's come off.
Yeah, let this sink in. They're saying Patrick Mahomes had an inconsistent season when he's number 1 in QBR. Even at the time of this, at the time of this thing, he's 25 touchdowns to 1 interception. They're saying he's inconsistent. Yet Brady, at the time of this, had 6 interceptions, had a QBR that was 15th.
Who played better at Las Vegas, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
But they got the same result.
Oh, barely.
But let me ask you a question.
Brady won 45-20. It was a masterpiece.
Let me ask you a question, Skip. Tell me the game this season or in Patrick Mahomes' career that he's had that was worse than what Brady had that night against the Saints? Just tell me the game this year.
And guess what Brady's defense was doing that night? Guess what it was doing?
His defense.
It was allowing 420 yards to Drew Brees and company, and then it allowed 413 to Jared Goff.
You see what you did?
How are you going to overcome that at home?
Hold on.
Seriously, gave up 38 points to the Saints. Their first 6 possessions, they just breezed down the field, as in Drew Brees down the field.
But see, when Derek Carr beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead, you didn't mention anything about the defense. You made it about Mahomes. You see what you do when Mahomes lose, he didn't play. He is Mahomes.
I know, but he's transcended. He's by far the best player in football, you tell me.
You told me he's